Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special Sunday edition of the Squared Circle Maniacs Pro Wrestling Podcast. My name may be Johnny Bottles. The man to my left is Dr. Don Wayne, the neckbeard psychologist. Deeply ensconced in the bowels of Wayne Manor in the ranting room, blah, 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 blah. Don, there was a fight last night.
There's a lot of fights last night.
The main event, if you would have blinked, you would have missed it. If you would have stepped out and take a squirt, you would have missed the whole scene.
Thank God Netflix lets you rewind this shit, because, man, I had a good time. I just want to put that out there. I had a good time. I got to see some old faces. I also got reminded real quick why some of these guys and gals should not be fighting anymore. When it's time to go. The one game in the entire world that when it's over is the fight game. Like, when it's time, there ain't no coming back from it.
No.
Like, you can't. You saw it last night with some of the age fighters. There ain't no coming back. And it's not just the age, it's the wear and tear their bodies take. And we're going to talk about it a little bit. This is also a looking around here. We got our new digs here. We're in a new place.
No longer
at StreamYard.
Off of StreamYard, yeah.
So I thank everybody for tuning in right now, checking us out. This was really just sort of a test for us to see what this thing was going to be about, what it was going to be like. Figured we talked the MMA card. But there's something else that popped up over the weekend. Mercedes Moné reappeared.
Where?
I don't know, but she was on the red carpet somewhere.
Oh, it was. I know what it was. It was the Mandalorian and Grogu premiere.
That's right. That's what it was.
Yes, she was in that show at one point in time, The Mandalorian on Disney Plus, if you recall. She had a role, didn't speak a lot of lines. She had her hair done the exact same way as she did in the show. And she wore almost the exact same costume and colors as she did in the show.
So I put a little tweet out there. It's nothing crazy. I didn't go after. I just said, oh, my God, wait till you hear the horrible thing I said.
I haven't heard any of this shit. I've been on Twitter today, so this should be interesting.
I said she hasn't been on AEW television in the ring in 5 months. And you'd have thought I shot a dog live on air, the way people are acting. Was this not their biggest build ever for a female wrestler as far as 13 belts Moné? Was it not?
They put all their eggs in the Moné basket. Yes, they did.
And then she disappears only to lose them all, and they cover none of this. None of this.
None of it. Not a mention of it on TV. Not a mention that she lost this belt and that belt, this belt. You figure if they're going to do it as a storyline and have maybe a redemption arc for the uber heel, the belt collector, they would have, promoted this, but they didn't. She's also a Dark Crystal. Yes. Yes.
I don't understand what the hell the build was. I don't understand what they were doing with any of this. If you were only going to have her drop these belts around the world and it meant nothing, why do it at all? I don't understand the booking of this at all. Seriously.
We've been saying this where am I? What other dimension did I just fall into? We've been saying this for years. We don't understand why this guy books these shows the way he books them. It's the shits. It's just the shits.
But this is all-time classic bad. It's just, we built her up. She's our girl. She's going to lose all these belts, and no one's going to pay attention. No one's paying attention. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to discuss it. None of that shit happened.
So when she comes back with one belt left, the Owen Hart belt, nobody's going to mention, well, where are your other belts? What happened to all the belts?
And people would remember when she was winning it, people were like, this is helping out these other companies. You guys don't even know how much this is going to be. It meant fuck all of nothing in the end. It means nothing, like we said then. Nothing happened. No one got promoted. No one went to these shows. No one knows who these other belts are or these companies.
No.
None of it mattered in the end.
None of it.
None of it.
None of it. None of it. And these neckbeards still defend this company. They still defend her. The anime profile pictures out there still worship her, and they clown on you because you're calling them out for what they are. Me, I gave up. I don't indulge in any of that anymore.
I'm sorry.
In words of a wise man,
Cunnilingus and psychiatry brought us to this.
That's a new one. I like that one.
You like that? I just threw it in there. It's a new place, pal. I got some new sound effects.
Yeah, we got some nice new things. Don't sit on the plastic furniture wraps. Conway 20s while your mamaw had plastic on the furniture, just so you know.
I grew up in a house in the 60s that had plastic on the furniture.
Your
New vinyl furniture covers. The commercial was these kids jumping up and down on a Barca lounger. Hey, kids, get down off the furniture. You tried to ruin it? And then the weatherman for the channel came out and plugged it. Go ahead, Don.
Back to last night's fights.
Yes.
I was thoroughly entertained. The commercial people got their money's worth last night. Because if you were here to watch ass kickings, you got your wish. Because it was ass kickings to galore from the first fight on. Right. I mean, it was just insane. The first one was, and I'm not going to pretend like I know who all these people are because I didn't, but the first bout was Rebellious. The Spain defeated Junior Dos Santos via KO.
That's a sad, sad story there, pal.
What? Go ahead and tell me. I'm not. The few of these guys, like I said, I remember. I recognize the name Dos Santos, but I don't know where I know him from.
Dos Santos is a famous MMA fighter from the UFC, and he washed out of UFC, and now he's doing this. And some people say he's past his prime. I think he showed that last night when he got his light turned off. That kid turned his light out. Boom. Done. 42
years old, and I mean, he got done in quick.
Yes.
He got done in real quick. There wasn't a whole lot to see in this fight. Like I said, there was knockouts galore last night. It was crazy watching this. It really was.
I love the knockouts. I'm a big fan of submissions. I love watching the knockouts.
It's weird when you get a lightweight KO. And Paranesi, I think is how you say his name is, TKO'd the other guy, Cross. I don't know about the Saladin or Saladin. Is that the Frenchman I want to say?
Oui, monsieur.
That's the Frenchman. Okay, I recognize him now. I had to look him up.
Yeah.
I don't know why this guy's not an MMA. His record, I looked him up earlier, is impressive as hell. He's only 28 years old. I can't imagine if you were watching this, if you're, Dana White, if you're not sitting there going, okay, we got to get this guy somehow on our TV.
Some of these young guys were up-and-comers that were, like, you know who booked this show? You know who put this card together?
I do not know who put this card together.
Ronda Rousey helped Jake Paul put this card together.
I was wondering who did this because Jake Paul was all over my TV last night. I couldn't get away from the guy.
He was the Vince McMahon, the Mr. McMahon of that promotion last night. I'll fight this fucker. You want to fight? Oh, I'll fight this fucker. I'll fight that fucking fucker. I'll fucking fight this fucking fucker right in this fucking ring. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, he's a fucking good guy. Well, I'll fucking fight you too. Yeah. It's a lot of fucks flying around last night.
There was a lot.
Jesus Christ. I thought these guys had Tourette syndrome. The way it's unbelievable.
This fight was really the one that I was getting nervous for the guy because the one fighter was bigger. The Cross kid was much bigger in height, much bigger in stature. He was just a heavier guy. They noted that before they went into the fight. That he had shed so much water weight. He was naturally about 15 to 20 pounds heavier. So that was their concern. Don't be concerned at all. He kicked the shit out of this guy.
Yes, he did.
Over him, man. He was crawling all over his back, crawling on his head. I heard the referee. This was the fight where I heard, that's his ear. No shit, that's his ear. He's punching him right in it.
Who was that ref? Who was that ref who looked like a 1970s kung fu movie villain with the long braided beard coming down?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
There was some scenes going on around the show last night. I was thoroughly entertained by this entire card from front to back.
And the whole crowd was, every time they shot the crowd, it was great to see. Carmen Electra, 54-year-old Carmen Electra back there with her face all nice and tightened up. And then you had Tommy Lee from Motley Crue sitting there doing a dab of Coke.
Dude.
Did you see him doing the Coke?
No, I didn't.
I had to go back and rewind it. What did I didn't see him do? One. Yes.
But this is what I've never understood about, maybe it's just because I'm a fan. If I'm going to pay tickets to watch a fight, the card, I'm watching every fight. And I feel like it didn't fill up until the end when they were about to bring out Ronda. But again, if I'm paying for the show, I want to watch the whole show. I've just never understood people that buy tickets to these things and then they don't show up. I've never understood that.
They probably regard it as the prelims, but they were great. Those matches were great.
See this.
Yeah, I saw a tomato can actually have a martial arts fight last night. It was just ridiculous. And
There was a lot going on.
Nate Diaz.
Just a lot going on. We're going to get there.
Are we getting to Nate Diaz fight? Jesus Christ.
We're going to get there. Because next we had Francis
Ngannou. Yes.
Versus Philip Lins. And this guy I remembered because the last time I saw that guy, he won the UFC heavyweight title.
Ngannou,
he's the lineal champion.
Yeah. And
do you know why he's not in UFC anymore?
I heard he walked out. I also heard he famously killed a 17-year-old girl. Did you hear that story?
I didn't hear about. No.
He was in some backwater country where he lives and ran over this 17-year-old girl on his motorcycle. And he stopped and spun it around and tried to administer aid. He called the cops. The cops came. They drove her to the hospital. And she was going to pull through, but the hospital, he paid for all her medical bills. The whole, whatever she needs, I'll take care of it. I'm sorry, told her parents. The hospital gave her an anesthesia that she was allergic to.
Oh, my God.
She went in anaphylactic shock and died. That's what I heard.
Oh, my God.
And that guy's got that hanging over his head, man. But
well, the reason he left UFC was over what it's always over. Money and freedom. Mm-hmm. He wanted more money, and he wanted to be able to negotiate his own deals for sponsorships and whatnot. This is the same thing that Brock Lesnar got into Dana White with. Right. Was the sponsorship stuff.
Yes.
Remember when he famously, he said, I'm not going to drink this piss, Bud Light or whatever it was. I'm going to go have a nice cold Coors or some shit.
I'm going to go home and drink a 6-pack of cold Coors Light and climb on top of my hot wife. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And Budweiser was the sponsor of the show.
But Coors Light was his own personal sponsor. So that's where that all came from.
Right.
But he said he left because he wanted to get health care for the fighters. He wanted there to be more pay for the fighters. He felt like Dana White and the UFC was way too greedy in how much money they took from the pay-per-view as far as the percentages. But this guy's a monster. And we were reminded of that last night. He's like 6'4", 265.
Just a great.
And covers the ground he walks on.
Yes. He's very impressive. Very impressive. And I guess he's not under contract to UFC. I guess John Jones isn't under contract to UFC.
Yeah, he's not.
Because he's just.
We might be coming into an era where we start seeing more of these type fights get built where, hey, we're going to give you a bigger piece of the pie. Leave the UFC, which is not good for them. They better start figuring this shit out because right now the UFC has got a really big problem in stars. They don't have any. They've got no stars.
Right. They got a problem building stars. Much like WWE, they've got a problem building stars. But we'll see what happens. It takes a while.
We keep mentioning stars. Dave Meltzer's going to fucking show up. I gave this match last night 4 stars. It should have gone longer.
I bet he was wearing his gimp suit last night, just pacing back and forth. His girlfriend's pulling him up to the ceiling on a cable, just having him dangling, watching while he's watching the show, shooting him with tranq darts.
He was watching Collision. He didn't care about this.
I'm sure he watched this shit.
The show no one watches.
I'm sure he watched this. Oh, that's right. He had to see Darby Allin wrestle Sammy Guevara.
Yes.
All these guys who were picking their spots to challenge Darby Allin for that belt. No Lashley, no Hangman, no Kenny Omega. Nope. None of these guys are coming in out of the woodwork to challenge Darby Allin.
No, we're just going to we're going to put out all the small guys that Tony likes that he identifies with. That's what we're going with.
Let's bring out John Silver. Bring him out. John Silver is a little bald, short guy.
Yeah.
Let's bring out Evil Uno as a blast from the past.
Low Plains Drifter, come on down.
I would love to see that.
On who gets a title shot.
I would love to see that. I would love to see Low Plains Drifter come out. I'm challenging you.
Don't touch the rat tail.
I'm getting you, Derby. I'm challenging you.
So because of what happened last night on Collision, I know we're all over the place, but this was one of those non-formatted shows. So we're just sort of going to wing it here, folks. But because of last night's results, now we get to see 8-Ball Mike Bailey and Darby Allin have a title match on Wednesday.
Battle of the Twinks.
I cannot fathom who is interested in seeing this. I can't fathom.
Nobody is.
Oh, no, the neckbeards will tell you they are. They'll tell you they are. They can't wait. They can't wait. They're sitting right now. The basement goblins are just anticipating this match with a fever like you've never seen.
They're flipping through their phone at all their foot pics that they have in a special folder in their photos
Jesus
app. Foot pics of sky blue. Here's one. Yeah, there you go. Sol Ruca. Oh, Mike Bailey. Ooh. Ooh. Oh.
All right. Back to the card at hand. The co-main event was Mike Perry, who I've never heard of. Sorry, I haven't heard of Mike Perry, versus Nate Diaz, who I think everybody's heard of, because Nate Diaz is one of the greatest shit talkers to ever walk the face of the earth in the MMA game.
42?
He's the guy that famous 44,
42?
I think.
44?
42, 40, somewhere in 42.
There. Yeah. And he's a tomato can, just leaking red.
He's the guy that notoriously kicked the shit out of Conor McGregor and shut him down for life. He's never been the same since.
No.
But to your point in hand, the scar tissue over the eyes, the scar tissue over the face,
the nose.
Dude, this became a bloody mess real fast.
Horrible.
And it was a scene, man. It was a scene.
Some MMA reporter was talking to a security guard who worked the event, and he's right there at ringside, and he could hear everybody talking. And the reason why the fight was stopped, not because of the excessive blood, Nate Diaz shit his pants.
Stop.
I'm serious. Nate Diaz shit his pants.
The
last time he went down, he shit himself, and he told the doctor that, and he said, "Okay, that's it. Fight's over. We're done." I'm serious.
He really did.
Did you just look it up? He shit his pants.
Wow.
Oh
My. He got beat on so bad he shit himself. I have
just lost control of his bowels.
Shit beat out of.
That happens. People are getting car accidents, get banged up, they shit themselves.
Yeah. The one part about this match that got my attention wasn't just that his eye was cut open. He had a huge gash on the back of his head that was leaking all down his back. He just got pummeled from pillar to post, and this whole thing from the opening bell just got rocked. And this guy's such a tough bastard. He just stood in there and took it.
I wonder if what could he have hit his back of his head on?
I think it's just where the guy came in. He just caught him, cut him open in the back.
Damn. That's harsh.
Damn, dude.
You know what Nate Diaz said when the ref stood him up?
Oh, here we go.
I dropped my hot pocket.
He didn't know where he was.
This was a bloody, shitty mess is all I can say then.
Awful.
Just, dude, he really was just bleeding so violently. It was scary to watch. And they're over there with the damn Q-tips trying to stop this shit. And he's just leaking all over himself in the corner.
All damn himself.
I'm like, you're not stopping this. This guy needs stitches, man. You're not stopping that bleeding. I appreciate that you're trying to stop it. When he went to the corner, I told the wife, I said, they got to stop this match. They can't let this continue. They just can't.
Well, Nate Diaz lost a lot of blood, shit his pants, and made $500,000.
He made a good
$500,000.
He made a good living.
And the kid fighting him made $400,000. The winner
good for
of that
them.
bout did. Yeah.
Get your money, kids.
You know what this whole thing reminded me of, this show? It reminded me of an indie wrestling show. Like when you go to your local indie wrestling event in your neighborhood. I'm just saying, when people do that, the neckbeards, they go to
Diaz.
Let's go to Hilton's Farm. They're having a big let's go to Knott's Berry Farm. They're having a big wrestling match there, or the bingo hall. And it's like young indie guys that no one's ever heard of versus old timers that are way past their prime, who aren't signed to any wrestling company. That's what it reminded me of.
He shit his
pants. I love blood in the ring's no problem, but we're not dealing with feces, folks. There's not enough bleach to get this up. The girls aren't going to roll around in this shit. So
I'm glad you saw that. I didn't catch that. That is crazy.
God. What did you think about the announcer, Mauro Ranallo?
The fucking monster?
No. The guy did play-by-play, Mauro Ranallo.
Oh, he wasn't bad. The one that got my attention was the actual ring announcer, who was the size of a gorilla, Holy shit, where'd this guy fall out of the fucking sky?
Yeah.
What tree was he climbing in before this thing kicked off?
Let's go to our ring announcer, the Yeti.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Let's
When
go
he
to our
was
ring announcer,
standing
Braun
there,
Strowman.
I was like, who the hell is this gorilla in the ring? His arms were touching the apron standing there.
He could have fought.
When the heavyweight fighters got in the ring and he was bigger than both of them, I was like, are you shitting me right now?
Guy's unbelievable. Yeah. Guy was great.
He
Lurch.
has to be a previous fighter. He had to be a fighter at one time. There's no way.
He very well could be. Very well could be.
But yeah, I didn't know who the actual commentators were. I'd never heard them before. One of them sounded familiar. I don't know where I heard them from. The other one, I had no idea.
Mauro Ranallo was the lead commentator for Strike Force MMA.
Okay, that might be
from
it.
Showtime. Remember, like 20 years
Yeah.
ago, that's where Gina Carano got her start in Strike Force. In fact, Rousey got her start there too, I believe. She had one match in Strike Force and she moved over to UFC.
I wanted to see somebody come after the ring announcer last night. I wanted to see somebody start shit with that guy. That's what I was hoping. I was
What'd you say to me?
What'd you say to me, you big stupid bastard?
I said you're from Long Island, New York.
Why don't you come down here and say that shit?
Then he gets down on his knees and they're looking at each other eye to eye.
Dude, if you didn't see it last night, folks, I'm telling you, the guy's a monster.
This whole show on Netflix, if you got Netflix, is worth a rewatch. It really is. It's worth a rewatch. Nice presentation. John Jones was there, talking about who he wanted to fight. And yeah, I believe he is. I believe he is doing commentary still for Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. And he doesn't have to leave because he lives in Canada anyway. So he doesn't. Jake Paul will fucking fight. Jake Paul will fight anyway. He'll fucking fight anybody. Jake Paul got into it with the popcorn vendor at the concession stand. I want more butter, motherfucker.
Oh shit!
For that matter,
Sunday.
Rousey made $2,200,000.
I'm sure she did because we're going to talk about that.
Carano made $1 million and $1,050,000.
Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey got in the ring. And this thing, I'm going to say this up front.
Mm-hmm.
Women's athletics, by their prime, I believe, is like 18 and it's over. It's just, sorry if this is going to offend you. It's science, not sexism. By 18, they're past their actual physical athletic prime. That's why you don't see 30-year-old athletes in gymnastics ever. And you rarely see them running past like 25.
Well,
And if they are, they're not winning.
That puts a lot of wear and tear on your joints anyway, even if you're a man, the gymnastics and running and all that. Fisticuffs, I don't know. Fisticuffs in wrestling, I don't know. I like to see some reports on that.
Well, there are reports on that. I'm just talking about athletically. They're not as bendable. They're not as agile. They're not as fast. It's just science, man. It ain't me being sexist. It is what it is. That's why you rarely see women return to the Olympics in their given sports to recompete.
Yes.
Because it's past them.
Right.
So anyway, these two girls got in the ring. And Gina, I didn't realize this.
That was it. It was over. They got in the ring. It was gone.
Jesus, dude. This thing.
What the hell?
Gina's 44 years old.
Yes, she is. I was surprised when I heard that.
And looked every bit of it athletically. She couldn't move out of the girl. Ronda Rousey came in like a pit bull. And you'd have thought nobody told her, hey, Gina, just so you're aware, Ronda's not a striker. She's a grappler. So you need to keep your distance from her. Nope, fuck that. Come get me, girl. Let's get this over with.
Do you think they actually sparred with anybody or worked out for this? Anything like that? No. They rehearsed a 17-second match is what they did backstage.
Here we go.
You can't tell me. And I see people online talking about this, and I see people also say, well, you don't know how MMA works. You don't know anything about grappling or fighting, anything like that. It could be a 5-minute match. It could be a 6-second match. 17 seconds. 16 seconds, I'm sorry. 16 seconds. It was bullshit, especially when I see a clip on Twitter of Ronda Rousey just a little while ago. I got it right here. Ronda Rousey's rehearsing with a guy backstage.
Did you ever wrestle in high school? Did you ever wrestle in high school?
Yes, I did.
Okay, you
they
did practice the takedown, right? All the time on your opponent, all the time with your teammates. You practice the takedown.
All that.
All the time. Okay. That's all they were doing was practicing. She had a game plan. Once I get her down, I got to get her over. If it was a work or not is beyond the point. She had her ass in the armbar. It was over with quick. I don't think it was a work. I just think she's an older woman who got in a ring with somebody that's 10 years her junior. And Ronda is one of the greatest MMA female fighters to
Ronda's
ever walk
40.
the face of the earth.
Ronda's 40.
I think she's 36. Ronda's not. I don't think she's 40, dude.
I think she's 40.
Well, we can look that up. 39. She just turned 39.
There you go. Well, yeah. She's 39.
She just turned 39. She's
5-year age
40
difference.
this year.
Half a decade.
That's a lot in fighting. That's a lot.
Pal, come on. You can't tell. It was good that Gina Carano lost 100 pounds.
She looked great. She
did look great.
Pounds.
She lost 100 pounds. It looks fantastic. Her father was there. They exchanged pleasantries.
Then she got a big-ass check.
Got a big-ass check for losing. And then I go and see Ronda Rousey doing the exact same exchange with a guy, the exact same amount of time backstage.
Not everything's a work, Bottles.
Pal,
I saw Brett Favre warming up over here. He's got the game plan already knocked down. It's rigged because he's warming up. It's rigged.
Do you think all those Jake Paul boxing matches were legit? Mike Tyson.
I think that last one was.
Mike did. The last one was, yeah. Mike Tyson boxed him and said it's in the contract for me to lose. And, I had to take it easy on him. I had to take it easy on him because it's in the contract.
Tyson was rigged, absolutely.
Yes, it was. Absolutely.
So was Roy Jones and Mike Tyson. They said it was an exhibition. Roy Jones at one point in the match grabbed Tyson and said, hey, ease the fuck up. Because Roy Jones was tired of getting his ribs broke in.
Right.
Now, when it comes to Anthony Joshua, we ain't doing that pull the punches, kid. You want to get in the ring with a man? Here it comes.
Yep.
Blam, blam, broken jaw, thank you.
Jake Paul, the rumor is, he has a seizure once a week. Not like a, not where it's like a Jerry Lewis, hey, lady! You're shaking and screaming and shit. Nothing like it flopping on the floor. It's one of those, kind of seizures where you just lock up and you can't say anything, like a Mitch McConnell seizure. And I saw him last night, and in between all the fucks he was telling everybody, he was just standing there, stone-faced. It's a good show. It's a great show. I don't think he knew where he was. I think
Anthony Joshua kicked the shit out of him in that fight.
Yes. Broke his jaw, fucked him up, rang his bell, made him sterile. He's in the crowd doing coke with Tommy Lee, beating up the
Anthony
popcorn
Joshua,
vendor.
in the fight, right before he hit him, he yelled out a big, "Oh, you can!"
And Jake Paul got a flat top all of a sudden. A blonde flat top when he screamed that.
Welcome to the show. Glad you could join us all the way from Canada.
Yes, sir. Just saw Rousey's free stream on Instagram.
Well, you didn't miss much, I can tell you that much. It was God, it was over quick. And the thing that got me was after the fight. And John is correct. Don't take hits in the head, folks. Yeah.
Right.
It's not good for your long-term health. No, it's just
not good at all. Not good at all.
But the thing that got me after the fight was the hugging and the loving and the tears. And I was like, oh my God, dude, come on.
Just had her cranking an arm bar on her, and that shit got up. Say, hey, come here. Not holding her arm or anything like that. Oh, shit, my arm. No, not like that at all. Give me a hug. Give me a kiss.
Canada, I don't know if you watched the whole fight or if you just saw whatever they showed, but if it was the highlights, it was probably the whole match. Not one match went past one round. Everybody got the shit kicked out of them. If you lost...
Literally, in the case of Nate Diaz.
Literally. God, I can't. I pooed myself.
Oh, my God.
That's rough, man. That is rough. But it happens when you do all that shit
Aubrey Edwards is in the crowd.
Yeah, no, she was not, thank God. She actually ran in the Preakness yesterday.
Is that what it was?
She finished dead last.
Oh, it's a shame.
Anyway, that was a fight from last night. I don't have a whole lot more to say about it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I had a good time. Had a couple of adult cocktails. Enjoyed my time. I did watch SmackDown, but I did read the results. They're bringing back the gingerbread man. What the fuck are we doing here?
Danhausen is working his laboratory. I think he's going to he's going to resurrect somebody. I believe it's going to be the gingerbread man. It's just the shits. It's just the shits.
I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know.
I have no idea. I know what they're doing for Raw tomorrow night, according to Adam Pearce.
What's that?
Well, here's what's scheduled for Raw. Roman Reigns will appear, the World Heavyweight Champion. El Grande Americano and Los Americanos versus original El Grande Americano and Los Americanos, Hermanos, in a Tritos Tornado Tag match. Aren't we done with this bullshit? Aren't we done with this bullshit? This is just so played out. I'm tired of looking at these guys. I'm tired of seeing them. It was pretty novel when they did it, but keep it in triple A.
It's been a long angle. I agree. It's time to run its course and move them in a different direction.
Obafemi's Open Challenge is coming again tomorrow. Who's going to answer that? I've got my theory on it.
Who do you think?
Well, is that Braun Strowman, I'm eating everything in sight show coming to USA Network? Because if it is this week, he's going to be on there. The week that thing debuts, he's going to be on there. You have convinced yourself
this is coming. You have convinced
absolutely. Absolutely. Paige and Brie Bella versus the Judgment Day Girls for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship.
I'm going to go shoot myself in the foot with a crossbow. It'll be more entertaining.
Here's something happy news, Don. I got some happy news.
Oh, good.
Here. Yesterday, Io Sky got married.
Did she really?
She married her boyfriend for a long time. He was evil in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He now goes by Naraku. He's in NXT.
Good for her.
With his long blonde frosted tips. If you've never seen him wrestle, if you've never seen Naraku wrestle, I would recommend drink a couple Monster Energy drinks because he's a snooze fest.
He
really is. Buddy, he's like Japanese Rusev. That's a great way to describe him. Japanese Rusev. I'm not familiar with a lot of his New Japan work, but what I've seen, it's pretty boring.
Dave Meltzer commented on Randy Orton's absence from TV this week.
Really? What do you have to say?
He said it's because his back is hurt again, which means unequivocally he'll be on SmackDown this week.
Yes.
So
I could see it coming.
We'll see. That's all the news I got, Bottles. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in on Sunday. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you have a great Sunday. Enjoy it with your families. Yes. I'm going to go grill some steaks, cook up some baked potatoes. You got anything planned?
Who, me? Yeah,
the other guy next to you. What the fuck?
When we're done here, I'm going to change my. When we're done here, I'm going to change my socks and watch a fly climb the curtains.
All right, sounds good. End the show. I don't know how to do this.